picked up one now. So I know Jim and Melinda said they wouldn't do that.
I'm just,
Well, that's the only two we're down there.
I was against the trade zone. Changing the dynamics.
14, so I was originally only told 11. We picked up some aircraft. Okay. I'd like to call the special city council meeting to order. Roll call of aldermen, please.
Mr. Heisler.
Here.
Mr. Kinsella.
Here.
Mrs. Holt. Mrs. Schmidt.
Here.
Mr. Ridgewitz.
Here.
Mr. Randall.
Here.
Mr. Anthony.
Here.
Mr. Davidson. Mr. Silsby.
Here.
Mr. Hayden.
Here.
Mr. Seibert.
Here.
Mr. White.
Here.
Mr. Galletti.
Here.
Mr. Musgrove.
Here.
Mr. Orlett.
Here.
Ms. Schneider.
Here.
Okay, Alderman Holt and Alderman Davidson are excused. They tried, but they had conflicts as of the time that we tried to schedule this meeting. I do appreciate everyone cooperating. As I mentioned, almost every year we get in a reason to have a final meeting for claim's sake, but there was some other issues that came forward and we felt we needed the meeting. And you'll hear more about that as we move forward. I asked no department heads to be present except for Tom Poor. He is present. We might note in the minutes that Chief Poor is here. At this time, I would ask that we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. While the agenda is pretty limited, mostly to executive session at first, I will open if there's any comment in public participation. Yes, sir?
Michael Hagberg, 701 Centerville Avenue. My comment does have to do with the fact that everything will be discussed after executive session, and because this is a special meeting, to allow the public, if need be, to make a brief comment as the items are discussed with the aldermen also. Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, I close public participation. At this time, I would like to ask for a motion to go into executive session to discuss personnel, attorney services, collective bargaining, litigation, property acquisition, and sale of property.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Schmidt, second by Alderman Heisler. Discussion. All in favor of the motion as just stated, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Oppose? Motion carries. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, if everyone, with the exception of Tom Poor, would stay in the room. Okay, we are back in open session, and as the agenda stated, we have a couple action items to move forward on this evening. The first one, under B on the agenda, I would be asking for a motion to approve Resolution 3185. Is that what we got, right?
Yes.
3185, and I would ask that we read that by title only at this time.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Hayden, second by Alderman Silsby, to read by title only Resolution 3185. All in favor of that motion to read by title only signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Resolution number 3185, a resolution authorizing the sale of surplus public real estate.
Yes.
Motion to approve resolution 3185.
Do I hear a second? Motion and second by Alderman White. Motion was by Alderman Silsby to approve Resolution 3185. This is property that we will advertise as for sale, and the location is the property at 213 South Illinois. This currently is the current home of our Health and Housing Department. And the parking, The parking lot's identified as 209, the city parking lot that's part of that. So we have a motion and we have a second to authorize this sale of surplus property that we have to properly advertise and post. Roll call.
Heisler.
Aye.
Kinsella.
Aye.
Schmidt.
Aye.
Ridgewitz.
Aye.
Randall. Anthony. Silsby.
Aye.
Hayden.
Aye.
Seibert. White. Galletti. Musgrove. Orlett. Schneider.
Aye.
Motion carries. The next item, C. I'd ask for a motion to approve Resolution 3186 and read by title only.
So moved.
Motion by Alderman Silsby, second by Alderman Schmidt. Any discussion? All in favor of approving, reading by title only, Resolution 3186 by title only, signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Motion carries.
Resolution number 3186, a resolution authorizing the purchase of real estate.
Motion to approve resolution 3186.
Motion by Alderman Silsby, second.
Second.
Second by Alderman Seibert. The 3186 is a resolution to approve us to enter into a sale contract for, there's a, in the resolution, there's the the legal description, 2.7 acres. The legal description's attached. It doesn't have an exact address at this point, but the property is immediately adjacent to the south of the property we have under contract for the new police station at 720 South Illinois, West Main, 720 West Main. And as stated before, to all of you, this would be as part of the development of the new police station used for that purpose. We have a motion and we have a second to approve 3186 with the said interpretation. Do I have any further discussion? Roll call.
Heisler.
And it's, did I get the
Kinsella.
price, 85,000?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Excuse me for interrupting.
Heisler. Kinsella. Schmidt.
Aye.
Ridgewitz. Randall. Anthony. Silsby. Hayden. Seibert. White. Galletti. Musgrove. Orlett. Schneider.
Motion carries. This time I'd ask for a motion to authorize the,
Motion, Your Honor, to approve services of Mark Silverman of
Dwayne Morris.
Moore's LLP within the confines of the budget line item for additional legal services.
we have a motion by Alderman Hayden, second by Alderman Silsby, to approve the city attorney to draw up a contract with Mark Silberman and for the mayor to sign with your approval for additional legal services. Any questions, comments? Roll call.
Heisler. Kinsella. Schmidt.
Aye.
Ridgewitz. Randall. Anthony. Silsby. Hayden. Seibert. White. Galletti. Musgrove. Orlett. Schneider.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item, I'd ask for a motion to approve the Belleville Fire Department Local 53 Collective Bargaining Agreement. Understand? Subject to the city attorney and Carl Otteson having a final review. I know the fire department's union, I believe, is meeting, either just did or met tonight, but the two of them played phone tag today. They need to have, so it's subject to a final review. And this contract, I want to just make sure you understand, this is the one that went to arbitration. It's for the past 2 years and will end at the end of April 30th, 2015.
So moved.
So we have a motion by Alderman Schmidt, second by Alderman Anthony. Any discussions about that, the way that's proposed? Roll call.
Heisler. Kinsella. Schmidt.
Aye.
Ridgewitz. Randall. Anthony. Silsby. Hayden. Seibert. White. Galletti. Musgrove. Orlett. Schneider.
Aye.
Motion carries. The last item on the agenda tonight, I'd ask for a motion to authorize a litigation settlement from McBride and Sons Homes LLC in the amount of $33,750. Motion by Alderman Galletti.
That's a settlement that the city will be getting.
The settlement that we will receive from them.
Yes.
You're making the motion. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Schneider. Do I hear? Didn't think that was Joe's voice. We have a motion and we have a second. Discussion? Roll call.
Heisler. Kinsella. Schmidt.
Aye.
Ridgewitz. Randall. Anthony. Silsby. Hayden. Seibert. White. Galletti. Musgrove. Orlett. Schneider.
Aye.
Motion carries. I'd ask for a
Move we
motion to
adjourn.
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 Motion by Schmidt, second by Hayden. All in favor of adjournment signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much for being here this evening on such short notice. That was